What if I told you that in the next decade, we could be launching satellites from the moon? Not just one or two, but millions? Elon Musk's latest comments about building factories on the moon aren't just wild ideas. They're blueprints for a future where space isn't just explored, but industrialized. And honestly, it's blowing my mind how fast this is moving. Let me break this down for you. Here's the thing, SpaceX isn't just dreaming about Mars anymore. They're looking at the moon as a launch pad for something way bigger. Musk mentioned during their first-ever earnings call that they're planning to send tons of machinery to the moon, where robots will build factories. But here's what's fascinating. This isn't just about making satellites. It's about creating a self-sustaining infrastructure that could eventually outpace Earth's economy in terms of space-based intelligence. I mean, can you even wrap your head around the idea of a moon-based factory producing satellites that then launch other satellites? It's like a snowball effect in space, and Musk thinks it could scale to 1,000 or even 1,000,000 times Earth's economic output. That's not just ambitious, it's borderline insane, but that's the point, right? This is the kind of thinking that turns sci-fi into reality. Now, let's talk about the robots. Musk didn't go into detail about how they'll work, but he's clearly betting on Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot. Imagine sending hundreds of Optimus units to the moon, surviving temperatures that swing from -200 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius, and assembling factories in a place with no atmosphere. That's not just engineering, it's a test of resilience. And if they pull it off, it's not just about the moon. These robots could be the first wave of labor for Mars colonies. But here's the catch. We're still figuring out how to keep machines functional in such extreme environments. What happens if one of them malfunctions? Do we have a lunar repair service? Or is this the beginning of a new kind of space insurance industry? It's wild to think about. Then there's the Starship rocket. This isn't just a vehicle, it's the backbone of SpaceX's entire Moon and Mars strategy. Musk claims it can reduce launch costs by 10 times compared to Falcon 9, which is already a game-changer. But what's really interesting is how this ties into the lunar factories. If Starship can reliably carry tons of cargo to the moon, it's not just about satellites anymore. It's about building a supply chain that stretches across the solar system. And with their recent IPO, SpaceX has the funding to make this happen. But here's the thing, they're still losing money. The numbers from their Q2 report show a $541 million loss, which is better than last year, but still a huge gamble. So is this all about long-term vision, or are they risking everything on a bet that the moon will become the next Silicon Valley? I'm leaning toward the former, but the stakes are insane. And let's not forget the electromagnetic mass drivers, basically railguns on the moon that could launch satellites into orbit. The idea is that once you've built a factory on the moon, you don't need to launch satellites from Earth anymore. You just fire them from the moon's surface, using the moon's gravity to slingshot them into space. That's not just cheaper, it's faster. But here's a deeper question. If we can do this on the moon, why stop there? Could we eventually build similar systems on Mars or even asteroids? It's like the domino effect of space industrialization, and Musk is placing his bets on the first domino falling on the moon. So, what does all this mean for us? Well, if SpaceX succeeds, we're looking at a future where space isn't just a frontier, it's a factory, a launch pad, and a new economy. But it's also a reminder that we're still in the early stages of interplanetary engineering. The moon isn't just a destination, it's a stepping stone. And as we watch this unfold, one thing is clear, the line between science fiction and reality is getting thinner by the day. Are we ready for a world where factories hum on the moon and satellites are launched like bullets from a railgun? Because if Musk's right, we're not just dreaming about it, we're building it.